Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Well, the first day of fall for me is today. Last night she got down below zero and froze. Afraid the cold stuff and moving in. Now they got the starting roster out for tomorrow's game with Hamilton Tiger-Cats. Pretty well a must win for both teams. Not mathematically out of it after this game, but got 2 games left with Calgary and they're been coming on strong. Yeah, one interesting move is they got Blaze Brown back at halfback and defense, and they brought Roscoe off the practice roster at defensive end. No use. Interesting. Wonder if he's hurt or he just wasn't performing. Gonna need some plays from those guys. Gotta relieve your linemen up front there. The offensive line's the same as last week, which didn't give up a sack. Hopefully Cody can come back in this game. He's got to start making his comeback sooner. I fear his fate is done. One of my viewers' comments said, "Who would you put in? And who do we got?" I said, "Fine." He's been proven all through his younger years down. He played in Texas, and the university he was at, he broke all the records. Like he set about 12 records. A lot of pressure playing in Texas. In Texas, that's the heartland of USA football. One of them anyway, big ones. Down there they get, at high school games, they get as many fans as a lot of the CFL teams get all season. So pressure shouldn't hurt him, and he'll know the playbook. And he actually did, I believe, won a game for us one time when he started. And no Duke, and our high-priced receiver turned out to be a flop. I'm not sure what's wrong with him. Some ankle thing or something that's never coming back. No Lanier yet. I sure hope and pray that Cody can come back, play like he used to. He can throw the ball if he gets his footwork right and not panic, but he's had so much of the panic issues that he goes back one read, panics, and off he goes. One thing that should help him is we got a bona fide running back again. We got Cooper back there. That should help. At least we got some sort of a running back there. But Hamilton's not going to lay down. They beat Winnipeg last time they played them, so they're capable, that's for sure. They interviewed O'Day and he goes, they didn't make any moves because they didn't think they needed to, and he's right about trying to bring in the US guys. Like, it's absolutely hopeless. US guys, any of them that got cut in the NFL, they'd rather hang around and try to get on a practice roster on an NFL team, because a practice roster in an NFL team plays more than you get starting up here in the CFL. So can't blame them. The only time you can get these guys is the off season, if you can convince them to come up here. That's the hardest part about the whole deal up here, is convincing them to come up north and play in the CFL. They go, "How much you gonna pay me?" Really? bust my balls for all that. He said, forget it. Get not enough money. But some do come up and then they prove themselves and can get a spot. That's what I'm sure Fine's trying to do, you know. If he can get a starting job, I think the only thing that stopped him from getting an NFL job was his height. And he has he's got the arm and he's got the smarts, but he just doesn't have the height. I think he's 5'10" or 5'11", and that's probably with his spikes, I mean his cleats on, with 1.5 inch cleats or something maybe. That's a big point against him for NFL playing. They like their quarterbacks up in the 6'5" range, 6'3" minimum. The old forest has really changed. It was all so golden. Now look at it. All the trees, most of them are all gone here. Right, there was a squirrel there. Right there he is. Yeah, you missed him. Oh, he's flying all over the place. Come on, Ryan, there's a squirrel over here. Come on, Ryan, squirrel. Oh, he's too busy sniffing. O'Day and Reynolds and Dickinson and Moss, they've all put their money on Cody. They're living and dying with him for sure. They had no choice. If they'd only started one of their backups a little, well, even not started, you know, after we lost a few games there, put him, your backup in the second half. Give him some snaps, see what he's got. They never did it. The only time they did it was when they're forced to do it. And even when Dolegala went in there, he really didn't do that bad a job as far as I'm concerned. He's got a hell of an arm. And he's got that height advantage I was talking about. Seeing over those linemen and being able to see downfield's a big advantage. And he's got a hell of an arm. Cody's got a decent arm too if he steps into the ball, but so many of his long passes are complete garbage. You know, they're up in the lights. Like in Winnipeg, he threw that one so high it was out of the lights already. The only guy that could receive it was a Winnipeg guy. And lots of times the receivers, when they go deep, they have to stop for the ball, and then it becomes a less than 50-50 ball. I hate being down on Cody, but I hope he can come on. Otherwise, we don't have a hope. Your quarterback is your #1 player that can win a lot of games for you. That's what Durant did there. The year we won the Gay Cup. I wasn't a real big Durant. I loved how he run the ball. I loved all that stuff, but lots of times he seemed to give up. But I'll tell you, a couple games there in the end, he won the games for us. Outright won the games for us. He would take off, he'd do anything to get that first down. That's what Cody has to get. Ever since we lost Marino and Lanier up front there, we got basically the same defense, and we're just not getting any push out on the defensive line. And without that, without Robertson and AC Leonard getting sacks and pressuring the quarterback, any quarterback, if they stay in there for that extra second, one of your receivers has to come open, you know, has to. Right, did you find any squirrels yet? That's what cost us in the Winnipeg game. Kalaris bought the extra time and found old Dembski all by himself and other receivers. That's what Cody has to do. Stay in there for that little bit longer, even if you got to take a hit. That's one of my things I really like about Cody is, you know, when he is under the pressure, you know, you're behind and he has to force it in there and has to start moving the ball, he seems to be able to move it. But you can't wait until you're behind the 8 ball. You have to start moving the ball and put the pressure on the opposition to make plays. Then your defense can start making picks and making the other team force it down the field. But Cody just doesn't seem to want to step up and move it early. We got to move the ball early, get it going, get his confidence. I sure hope he can get his confidence and move the ball, because I fear that'll, you know, hopefully. Yeah, I'm pretty nervous about this game for sure. Pretty nervous. Could be our season coming to an end here. I'd like to thank all my subscribers and the people that comment. I really like hearing from people that make comments. I may not agree or disagree. Everybody's allowed their comments, and some I agree with, some I don't. It doesn't really matter. I like hearing what you got to say. Might give me another perspective. Well, anyway, till the next time, and we'll talk to you after the game. Go Riders, go.